Does a close loss for Shawn Porter in a fight like tonight do for his career?
I mean, you know what? It's almost hard to I don't think the guy lost. You know what I mean? I'll be honest. I scored the fight for Thurman by a point. I had it 6-5-1, and I felt like a draw wouldn't have been an argument. And one point the other way wouldn't have been an argument. But a fight that close, it's hard to see a title changing hands in that kind of fight. I mean, it was a classic fight. But I thought that the champion deserved to keep his title, and I had it at one point. But I'm not arguing with people that had it. I mean, I talked to Sergio Martinez. He had it at one point the other way. I've talked to a lot of people 7-5 Thurman's. The three judges' cards were. You can't argue those cards, But did Porter lose? No, Porter didn't lose. I mean, honestly, he executed a brilliant game plan. He was in there with a big, strong animal. Thurman's punches are hard and crisp. He's a big dude. And I thought Shawn fought a great fight, and I thought Keith fought a great fight. And here's what you got. You got on paper. Everyone was hyping this fight. How many friggin' fights have we seen over recent years, particularly on pay-per-view, that everyone was hyping and turned out to be dog shit? And we've seen a load of them. And what we got tonight on free TV on CBS was what we were promised. Two of the best fighters in the world fighting each other, fighting, the best fights that they could fight, and it was a war. I mean, in my mind, I know, I was talking to a couple of writers, a couple of them disagreed with me, they picked another fight. To me, this was the fight of the year. And the reason it's a fight of the year is because it was a war, but it was fought on a tremendously high skill level. I mean, it was really two of the best fighters fighting a war. Not two guys with 7 or 8 losses fighting a war, which, by the way, I take nothing away from guys with 7 or 8 losses who fight wars. Because Mickey Ward and Arturo Gatti were two of my favorite fighters of all time, and they made the greatest trilogy in history. But to see guys that good fight a fight that competitive and that brutal, that was great stuff. And when Shawn comes in here, he should be happy, and I think he's going to be. I mean, because he knows what he did. He fought a great fight, and Keith retained his belt in a great fight. There are two guys that both should be happy, and the people that should be the most happy are the people that were in the Barclays Center tonight to watch it or saw it on CBS because it's a great fight.
I mean, it's rare that a fight happens and people talking rematch. The only time people say that is when it's a hell of a fight.
Yeah, but I have no doubt you're going to see a rematch of that fight. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be next, but you're going to see that fight again.
You think the next fight could be pay-per-view?
I hope not. I hope not. Well, who wants to have to pay $70 when you can get something for free? You got to be a moron. You know what I mean? Now, could it be pay-per-view? Yeah, people would pay for it. It could be, but you know what? If I'm Showtime and CBS, I'll be trying to find a way to do it again on the network. And by the way, everything's bigger on regular TV. More people see it.
We're programmed now for pay-per-view.
Yeah, but once I got to be honest, I haven't spent $70 in a long time and felt like I got my money's worth. And that's just the truth.
It might have been the widest watched television bout in 25, 30 years.
I'm dying. I hope it deserved to do a great rating. Let's see what it did. But I'll tell you what, a lot of people saw it. And certainly a lot more people saw it than would have seen it on pay-per-view. And again, could this be pay-per-view? No. Who wants to see it? I want to see it again, and I hope it's not pay-per-view. And that's on the record. I want to see it again, and I hope it's free.